became a shelter for 450 migrants who were previously living rough on the streets of the French capital.
Now, despite growing concerns, police have been instructed, oh, blimey, it's like living here, not to carry out forced evictions.
So let's talk to Dougie Beattie, who is there live from Paris. Dougie, bonjour.
Bonjour, Bev.
Bonjour.
And Andrew. And
Listen,
welcome to a very cold Paris.
Yeah, go on. Tell us what is going on there. I'd love to know from a bird's eye view of what's happening on the ground.
Well, it's Fashion Week in Paris, but there'll be no fashion in this theatre because, of course, it is bunged with migrants. This started about 4 months ago when a young group, Group to Action, decided that they were 16, 17 and 18-year-olds, that they would bring in these homeless, mostly of African descent men, and that they would bring them in for an exhibition here. And when they got them in, they said, well, just stay there, because if you stay there, the government here will have to house you and make sure that you're okay. And because most of you are under 18 years of age, it's very difficult for the councils to actually do anything with them because they are classed as minors. But I can tell you, standing here, if some of these are under 18, I'm 32, because I've stood here most of the morning and watched this coming out. In fact, when we were just about to come on air, 2 undercover police cars came in and arrested 2 of them and swiftly took them away with laptops, etc. So, yes, I caught up with some people on the streets and asked them how they felt about it.
I think, yeah, well, if that's what they're protesting for, then yeah, I think they should have houses. Of course they should. Any protest needs to be disruptive in some way to get a result, you know. So yeah, I think it's very valid.
I think it's okay. It's just diversity. So for me, it's okay. It's just the atmosphere of Paris, you know.
Yeah, if they're taking over and they're not welcome here, I mean, why would it not? Why would business not go down? I wouldn't come and shop here. Would you?
Quite right.
Well, most people that are out and about don't actually want to speak to us because the businesses in and around this area, if you can imagine that the theatre creates business for the cafes, etc., well, it's not doing that anymore, and most people are very nervous because they feel that they may be hassled in some way. I mean, we've been moved on twice this morning by those from inside the theatre telling us to go away, we shouldn't be filming, etc. So really, there is a problem here, and it's pretty much like there is in the rest of Great Britain. When you get migrants into a place, it's very hard to shift them, and the commerce in around this area really suffers.
Amazing, Dougie.
I am speechless.
So those bleeding heart liberals who invited them in are now bitterly regretting what they did, Dougie.
Well, they are, because they are now losing business in and around this area. I mean, this area is beautiful. I've got to tell you, it is really, really beautiful.
Theatre district.
Beside me, there's a lovely park. It's a theatre district. It is made for socialising, and you can see, as the camera pans around there, the type of business that will be going on here, and mostly tourism, I must say. And I think you've got an American tourist there that was horrified by what was going on.
Unbelievable. Dougie, formidable. Thank you so much for bringing us that. It's also, do you know what my heart breaks for? It's the restaurants next door.
Yeah, yeah.
What are those businesses going to do? Right, up next.
And the theatre itself unable to operate as a business.
Giddy up for Cheltenham. First, though.